everyone, and today I'm back with a new video. So I've gotten a decent amount of books in the past while. Some of these books I've had longer than others, but I'm going to do a book haul for you. It's not really a beginning of the year book haul since, it's March, but we're gonna do it now anyways. We'll figure out what this is later. So I have 11 books to haul for you today, so let's hop right into it then. The first two books I got were in last September, I believe, and I just hadn't hauled them. Those books are Zero Repeat Forever by G.S. Prendergast and The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I have read this one, and I've talked about it previously. I don't know when I read it. I think I read it around the time I got it, last September. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This one I still have not read, but I do want to, because I think it will be. It sounds like pretty good and very sci-fi-y, and it's got, murder and stuff, and, romance, but my kind of thing. My two very favorite things, murder and romance in a sci-fi situation. The next couple of books are books that I dropped them, are books that I got for Christmas, this past Christmas, and those books are Warcross by Marie Lu. I'm holding this really weirdly, but it's fine. And Map of Fates by Maggie Hall. Now, if you watched my February wrap-up, I talked about how I read this one, my thoughts on it. Go watch it. I will link it down below I will leave it down below for you if you want to watch it and see my thoughts about it. I haven't reviewed this one on Goodreads. I'm sorry. I'm bad. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's very different from the other Marie Lu books I've read, because I've read her Legend trilogy. But yeah, this one's sci-fi and VR and intrigue and hacking, and it's just, it was so good. I really enjoyed it. And then Map of Fates by Maggie Hall. I haven't read this one yet, although I really, really want to. This book is a sequel to Conspiracy of Us, also by Maggie Hall, because why wouldn't it be? And this one quickly became a new favorite of mine, which is weird considering it doesn't take place in any fantastical universe or anything. But I really want to dive right into this one, but I want to have the third book in the trilogy first so I can just binge read the entire series right off the bat, because I feel like that is the best way to go about reading this, because as soon as I read this one, I know I'm going to want the third one immediately, and if I don't have it, I don't know when I'll be able to get it, and that's just not fun. And the rest of the books I bought myself, and there's a lot of them, so be prepared, because I bought 7 books in 2 months, but 4 of them I have an excuse because Chapters Indigo was doing a sale, 3 teen books get the 4th one free, and you bet I was going to do that. So let's hop right into these books. So the first book of the books that I bought is Before She Ignites by Jodi Meadows, and I've also read this one, also talked about it in my February wrap-up, and you need to read it, because it has dragons, anxiety, our main character has anxiety and mild OCD, where she compulsively counts, and also dragons, and political intrigue, and imprisonment, and dragons, and did I mention dragons? But yeah, that was one of the big reasons why I picked this one up, because I freaking love dragons, because dragons, duh. The next book that I bought is The Last Namsara by Kirsten Cucciarelli. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I'm really sorry. But this one, I had also heard about this one on BookTube, and I was just reading the description, and then I saw something about the main character, Asha, being a dragon slayer, and I was, heck yes, I am sold. Just anything about dragons, with dragons being a main plot point or like being big in the plot, I've bought this book. I buy any book that has any mention of dragons because dragons are my life. I love them to death. I want to be a dragon someday. But this one, it's about, I don't really know what it's about. I haven't read it. But this girl named Asha is a dragon slayer, and she is betrothed to this man that she does not want to marry. And so she's given a trade, we'll go with that, to kill the strongest dragon in the land in order for her freedom. And she wants to take, and she's going to take it. But she'll find out that there's more truth in the old stories that she's been told. And I'm super excited to get into this. I want to read it really soon, which is probably what I'm going to say for a lot of these books that I have not read. But we'll see what happens. The next book I bought is Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa Bashardoust. Again, don't know how to pronounce the last name, but this one sounds like a really dark and twisted retelling of Snow White, which is great. I have no Snow White retellings on my shelf, which is saying something, because I have a lot of retellings, because fairy tale retellings and just retellings in general are my favorite. But this one seems like a really dark and twisted retelling of Snow White, which is also right up my alley, because I'm just in a big dark fantasy kick right now. But this one is about this one girl who gets married to a king. I can't remember their names, but she doesn't have a heart. Her heart is made of ice, I believe, or is it? I just almost dropped it. Her heart is made of glass, and the king's daughter, her stepdaughter, looks just like her mother. Like, the daughter looks just like her mother, and that's because she was made out of snow and then brought to life by magical forces. And it just sounds really cool, and I'm really into it, and I'm excited to read this one too. The next book I bought is Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. I have read this already. I also talked about it in my February wrap-up, so if you want to know more about it, I will link that down below. Just go watch the video. It's already linked down below. But this one, I really enjoyed how dark and twisted it was. This is the book that got me into that dark, twisted book. Yeah, this is the book that got me in the dark fantasy kick, and I am not mad at it. I am patiently waiting Ace of Shades, which is Amanda Foody's next book that is coming out in April, and it takes place in a casino. Like, this one takes place in like a festival, the next one takes place in a casino, and they're both like really original, and I want to read. She's become a new favorite because of how dark and twisted her books are. I love it. The next book I bought is Frostblood by Ellie Blake. This one was also put on my radar from BookTube. Most of the books that I got they've been on my radar because of BookTube, but this one is about a society that is ruled by these Frostbloods, people with ice powers. But our main character is a Fireblood, and the Frostbloods do not like the Firebloods. So the story is about our main characters trying to survive in a world where the ruling class hates her. I haven't read this yet, but I want to. I want to read all of these books, like, right now, but not enough time, I guess, which is unfortunate for me. The next book I bought is The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano. But this one is about a girl who can turn people to gemstones, and she gets married off to the prince, and they don't like magic or like magical abilities, and so it's her like dealing with that. I know these books sound really cliche, but like I'm into it. I like her ability of turning things into other things. I like that Transfiguration-esque thing. And also, it's got a really pretty cover. Look at it. It's a gemstone with a castle, and it just looks really cool, okay? Don't judge me. The final book I got is Dream On by Kirsten Gear. It is the sequel to Dream a Little Dream, and they're the first two books in the Silver Trilogy, but like, look at how pretty they look together on my spine, but on my shelf. But this book is about a girl who can travel through dreams. And like it's been a while since I've read this first one. It's been like a couple years, but like I saw this book, saw it was a sequel, and I just had to get it because I had been waiting for the sequel to come out. But there's still one more book that needs to come out in this trilogy, and I kind of want to read this one right now, but like I also kind of wait until the finale comes out so I can just binge read the entire series, but we'll see. But anyway, that has been my randomly acquired book haul, and let me know what books you have. What book, how many of these have you read, and what you've thought about them. I would like to know. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, or if you like seeing my face, and if you want to see more of my face, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Now go home and read a book. Bye.